It's 5 minutes past the hour. Thank you so much for joining me and the Central Mississippi Weather Watcher. We're just going to hang out and chat for just a little bit this evening. How are we doing tonight? I gotta fix that later. While we're here, looking at our simulated, well, not simulated radar, our actual radar, high resolution reflectivity over the area, we're seeing some isolated showers, possibly some thunderstorms over the area, Newton County, Smith County. Pretty large line of storms here in Smith County. Was lacking on that for just a second here. Actually, I want to point something out. I believe I've talked about it before, just in passing. I don't know if I talked about it on streets. We see this line of storms here just east of Raleigh, all the way up from Mize. And we see this blue line right in front that goes all the way down to the Mississippi and Louisiana border. Now, this is called an outflow boundary. That's a bad drawing there, but that's called an outflow boundary, if you see what I'm talking about. I'll draw it again here. This one blue line we see here, and this is actually from strong winds, cool air cooled, no, rain cooled air. There we go. Air that has been cooled by rain. So some cold air, it slips out from under the storm and it pushes out quite violently and creates some pretty strong winds. Go along that line and see here. We're seeing winds in this outflow boundary of at least 15 miles per hour. In that storm near Raleigh, we could see some gusts up to 20, not maybe some gusts up to 20 miles an hour. So even when there's not, switch back over to our reflectivity, which basically shows us where the strongest precipitation is. There's no precipitation, basically all the way from Taylorsville down here into almost Tylertown. That's where our outflow boundary is, Tylertown to Taylorsville, and there's no precipitation here. You probably are seeing very, probably no rain at all, but you're going to be seeing these strong winds all up and down this corridor as well. And even when you're getting rain and thunder and some lightning over here in Smith County, you're also getting those strong winds out in front as well. Non-severe, non-severe, definitely, but definitely some thunderstorms. We were expecting some showers and thunderstorms today. We'll take a look at that in just a second while I pull up what the Storm Prediction Center had for us today. Trying to get all this to pull up because I don't believe if I switch over to this graphic real quick, it's actually going to be the wrong one. Usually while I try to figure some of this out. Technical difficulties. Alright, so before the whole stream crashes, um, let's break down some weather. Before we start looking at the future cast, I do want to touch on something real quick. Uh, some historic flooding. If I can pull this up, maybe I can. Maybe it looks right too. No, it doesn't. That's okay. But we are seeing historic flooding over here in central Texas. It's a tragedy. This is catastrophic level, historic. Someone say biblical flooding, and I can see where they get that. Uh, 6 inches of rain, which that of itself is pretty large for the plains, the hot, dry plains of Texas. But 12 inches ended up falling in a very short amount of time. That rose the crest of the local river to over 30 feet, and it flooded multiple neighborhoods. Unfortunately, a lot of people were lost, and also some lost their lives. I believe the most recent total was 32 people have tragically lost their life as a result of this flooding. We see this water is almost as tall as that storage building back there in that home. So some extremely tragic events taking place in Texas. A reminder that a lot of us don't really pay attention to those flash flood warnings. We see them all the time, but they can be dangerous when we see flooding like that. We're always hooping and hollering about tornadoes and hurricanes and whatever it may be. The fact remains, um, on average, 60 to 80 people. And 80 is really, really pushing it. I've seen one number that says 40. So you could get a guess anywhere from 40 to 80 people lose their life each year to tornadoes. Over 100 consistently lose their life to flooding. So flooding is one of the most dangerous modes of weather. Water is something you can't escape. You know, you can get out of a tornado's path or get underground, but unfortunately, you can't escape the dangers of excessive rainfall and flooding like that. A very tragic situation. All right, so before we lose the stream, talk about a forecast for this upcoming week. Take a look at the setup over the nation right now. Uh, point out a few things you can probably see there. We'll get this movable model so we can look even further into the future. But right now, what we're seeing our low pressure system over the southern east coast of the U.S. at 1,009 millibars. So it's a tropical storm, not the strongest thing, but we have been talking about that for a while as well. We see that low pressure system. Man, what a stream! Uh, Emmy nomination needed after tonight. Low pressure center over the western border of Texas as well, helping to bring those showers over the area where we're seeing that catastrophic flooding. More rain up in the Midwest. High pressure off to the west is keeping them dry and a little cooler than we are in the east. Pull us forward. The only thing to really pay attention is to look at that system coming in on the east coast. It's very small, very weak. See some high pressure return there over the Smoky Mountains and moving to the Florida basin of Florida. And we see multiple high pressure centers there if we back this up. Multiple over the area, helping to pull up more moisture from the Gulf. And as we see low pressure centers, bringing in some strong storms over there to the east coast. I think we'll miss some of that. But as we pull this forward, just looking at the southeast, we can see a clear pattern. High pressure, pulling up those dew points and all that moisture. And then we see storm systems coming through, bringing showers and thunderstorms. What about those temperatures and how hot it'll be? More accurate representation here. We'll look at heat index, what it's actually going to feel like, and we'll actually get a closer look at the central Mississippi area. See if we got anybody hopping in here live. Not yet. But whoever is watching right now, I hope that you will get something from this besides apparently have a lisp this evening. Trying to say low pressure center. And apparently, my computer is not liking these weather models tonight either. Hop right in here. Heat index. If the model will load. So those heat indices get real close to 100 today. Not quite. 98 there in the Queen City. And if a model of work would even look further past today. But does it seem I'm going to have that luxury? Well, 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 well. Anyways, I know it's not Futuristic Friday. Went over this yesterday, but I got it in the stream. Apologies. It's acting weird. I don't know how to get into this to work. Something's wrong with the video. I need to mess around with my settings here. But to close it out, what I can show you this. I don't know if you're seeing my screen glitch like I am. We gotta get this over with. We'll end it at 6:20. Well, 1 minute to end this stream. Thank you for watching. If it's archived or if you're live, I don't think anyone's watching live, but if you are watching this, some sort of miracle, I hope you learned something or at least gleaned anything. Warm 50% likelihood of those hot temperatures next week. Also, a 40 to 50% likelihood of above average precipitation next week as well. And you can carbon. I think it's officially time to retire, folks. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you all. Maybe. If there is a next time, I hope to see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.